TGS presents Pneuma Breath of Life achievement. Soul, 50 gamer score, 7.56% rare. Completed the soul puzzle. So basically for this you're going to have to go through a bunch of paintings starting with 1 and going through 5. The first one's on chapter 6 near stage 4. The second one's on chapter 1 near the spiral staircase. The third one's on chapter 5 on path 1 to the wheel. The fourth one's on chapter 2, bridge near the end. And the last one is back on chapter 6 in the same spot as 1. And what you want to do is you want to look at them for maybe 10 seconds and then save and quit. Do not make a mistake. If you make one mistake during this or you look at one of them out of order, you're going to start from the beginning. And this includes the one where they're both in the same room. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with chapter 6. And we're going to play through it until we hit stage 4. So I'm going to show the entire process of doing this each time to make it as straightforward for you guys as possible and understanding how to get to the pictures from the beginning of the chapters. It'll be a little bit longer of a walkthrough video, but I think we can get through this relatively easily, especially since we just completed the game momentarily ago for most of the other gamer score. This will close out the gamer score for this game and my playthrough of it.
What if it's all a
here we
joke?
go.
This whole world.
Just play through it
A
until you
grand
hit
joke
that
of which
point.
I am the punchline. What if someone stands, looking on, grinning atop their high horse? An elevated perspective makes it easy to look down. What if someone
Accidentally
distant
fell
and
down.
unknowable
Do not make
were
that
forcing me
mistake
to
if you
stumble
can
around
avoid
my
it.
world, forcing me to overcome a series of mental obstacles, all for what? To demonstrate something? To teach
This is
something?
the way you go if you fall down.
What?
You just have to wrap
Maybe
around the
I'm not a
exterior
god.
staircase.
Maybe I'm a jester. Have you heard the one about the character who thought he was the infinite? His story came to an end. Quite the dramatic irony. Do I make my movements, my steps? I've never thought about
Just a note, I'm going to cut that
They
out.
just seem to occur. I'm thrown about this world. Do I control or rather merely witness my movement? If it is the case that I'm merely witnessing my motion, then is this my body?
So I'm going to talk over this guy, because if you care to hear his commentary the whole time, simply check out my other 1,000 gamer score video on this, my live stream, which includes this video as well. So this video is in the live stream, just I'm recording it separate for people who are stuck specifically on the soul puzzle, as it's the last achievement you should go for. You want to walk along that white strand and go back over here, and then basically we're just going to stare at this until it goes around enough times to
Patience is a virtue
get it done.
I possess.
So I like to
God
just go
has
back
infinite
here.
Patience, a small proof of my deity. If I get frustrated
just wait
with
it out.
waiting, what does that mean? I'm not a god? Suppress. Just a momentary lapse of reason. Existential crisis. Everyone has one. Don't worry about it. Suppress.
You're going to have to do this for the last picture as well, go through all this again, so I suggest learning it on your first playthrough a little bit, and then when you go for this achievement, try to nail it down on this run right here, because technically it should be your second if you only did one main run. So that's 2, very simple, just stare at it. We just got to continue on. Now we're going to go to 3. And once we get back to 4, we'll be good to go. A little bit in there, you got to definitely spend a few minutes time each time.
I have 2 observable natures as far as I can see, my body and my mind. My body moves around doing things. It can be pushed away by equal and opposite forces. It is constrained by the world. My mind creates thoughts that it speaks.
So you want to flip that, come into here and go through this door. Basically, you got to match these on the opposite end. So for instance, there's that corner right there. You want to make the L in the middle and the thing on the upper left. So that's right there.
How could I know?
You want to jump out, make the L.
Of a mind. Therefore, it follows that I think. I think, therefore I am. Cogito ergo sum.
That should be that. And then for this one, you have that corner right there. You're going to follow the left-hand side and put 2 up that way.
I cannot know.
And then the corner. So here's the corner. Got 2 up here. Then get that. Then we're going to go ahead and get these. And that's how you complete 3. Very straightforward, not very difficult. The first time you do it, you may get confused about how it works. But once you get it, you go through here. At this point, you actually are going to go down a slightly different path once we get through here. So what you want to do is you want to turn this and get to the side with the rollable wheel, which I think is to the right. So
Recurring theme here, back with a difference. What is it with all these observations?
you want to go
I
like
keep making?
this,
Observations
then
about
this.
and that. Always got something interesting to say, apparently.
Wrong side though, so
Communication, that's what I keep trying to do. These aren't just thoughts, they're words.
go like that.
But who am I talking
Come
to?
through here.
This
See that wheel rolling on the ground in front of us? We're going to get on top of it and go all the way to the right and jump off of it.
Thoughts. Perhaps without words, thoughts would be unchanged.
So get up here, follow it all the way over as far as it'll go to here. Then you want to go inside of it, basically, and push it this way. Here's the staircase that leads to number 1.
Change.
So you're going to go down here. Here's a major warning. When you come through here, well, first let's get through this. First, you want to hide from these, so you want to get back behind one of these, like right here. Wait till the door opens all the way, and then make a jet for the door. Once you're in here, notice that 5 is right there. So when you come in for number 5, look straight, do not turn around. So you see 5. Now look down, wait a moment, and then look up, and wait till that changes a little bit. Now that it's changed, give it another few seconds and make sure it's 100% registered. And then what you're going to do is you're going to actually quit. Next, we're going to go to chapter 1, and we have to go to the spiral staircase. And it's at the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that.
Lead me, path. Lead me to my destination. Onwards. A passing gate is a sign of progress along my path. I must admit that I rather enjoy the progress. However, it seems I am met with a new challenge at every turn. These challenges require knowledge. Slightly worrying. As a god, I consider myself all-knowing. Why is it I must stop and think? Knowledge is obscured from me. All these eyes watching makes me a bit uneasy. Not a fan of onlookers, to be honest. That which I can see exists. Ah, a bench. Brilliant.
So here's the staircase. Save some time.
From all that adventurous walking.
Yeehaw!
Oh. Myself.
No.
I feel no real need to rest. Don't know why I made a bench. Doesn't really make sense.
So you come down here.
Maybe I should rest as an example to others.
And what you want to do is find painting number 2.
With pots either. I don't
You gotta look up at this.
Maybe I should make lemonade. I need to invent lemons first, a few other things too. Time to start a list of inventions. Lemons, a lemon press,
Go
sugar,
through that door.
sweetness, a tongue.
And then painting number
I
2
need a body first.
is actually right back here.
Then I can have footsteps to accompany my walking. I find myself awfully ethereal currently, even for a god. Aha! There it is! Hiding. But I'm afraid not even you could escape my powers of observation.
So
A door that opens only when watched.
just stare at it for a few seconds, make sure
Narrative. It
yeah,
makes
you
me
look at it
wonder
well.
What is in the next room before I enter? Is there anything? Is it simulated? Is it cold? Because
now we're gonna quit. So the next one is gonna be on chapter 5.
grand! So many doors! The path still appears to travel onwards.
So we have to continue on, and we have to do number 1.
This path. An opportunity
Right
to
here.
travel. See the universe, go along any path I desire. All this traveling, though. I would like
For this, it's a kind of a
someone to watch
crazy
over me,
puzzle,
help
but
decide where to go.
start
Watch
here.
my back. Keep me company.
this.
Oh, but that's just silliness. I don't really need anyone. I'm a god. This world has rules, clearly. For one, I cannot walk through walls, which is disturbing. You'd think if I was a god, I could do what I wished. For the most part, I don't appear to be in control. Perhaps my subconscious is keeping the world in shape. Subconscious. A powerful part of mind, all along unobserved, subtle. I wonder what resides in this subconscious. Those thoughts that I'm not aware of. Not all of my decisions are wisely made under the full power of cognition. Some decisions are made outside of the conscious self.
Voila, just follow that.
Observe a lot of my
Now in
actions.
here, what you want to do is you actually want to follow this, so you want to go right here,
I must still
follow it around,
these actions.
making sure it registers each step.
How does compartmentalization square with consciousness? This subconscious, what's that doing? Keeping secret knowledge.
That'll open this door right
The
here.
idea of trudging through my subconscious.
And you're going to head up here to the third painting,
Best not known, even for the all-knowing.
which will be out here to the right. Here's number 3. Notice it's changing as we walk up.
The sad thing about being a god is the crushing loneliness. I don't really feel I have an equal. This wall, for instance. Don't get me wrong, he's a smart-looking wall. I enjoy being around him, but he has little of interesting conversation.
So now that you got that, you're going to quit. And you're going to head to chapter 2 and play through chapter 2 until you find it much later on.
Where did all this marble come from? Because it's just here. I guess as God, I made it. I can't remember ever making any of this though. Marble requires great heat, pressure, and time to form, so how did I make it? Did I just pop it into existence? I guess I could do that. Or did I have it in another universe cooking for a couple of million years? Both are reasonable. Maybe both. Changing it up. I need to work on my memory. Look at this! The world bends to my will. More evidence of my deity, the immense power of my mind. Bow before my ample brow, for I can move things with just a glance. Fear my gaze, lest I move you around. What a polite door! Opening itself upon my approach. The right way to treat your god door. I shall give you great treasures for your compliance. This door? What a conniving door. You can see its proud look as it attempts.
So it's right across
to
this
thwart
bridge,
me.
actually.
Why
So
can't you be more like that other door?
over here,
That other door had respect.
bring
I have
the bridge
bested
like that.
you,
Look
door.
away.
Are you not?
And then just go
moved?
around.
Rotate about me, bridge. Bow to my rotational power. I wonder if this is normal. Moving things with your mind. It must be. I am normal. That cannot be contested. Normal is the norm, and as the only thing, I must be normal. I am mighty. I rather enjoy moving.
Before just changed on the instant.
It would be a
So
tough
just
job to
waiting
move this marble by hand.
once again for a good 5-10 seconds to make sure 100% registers. So now we're going to go ahead and quit and go to the final one, which will be again at chapter 6 in the same room as the first one. And when we walk in and look at it, it should pop the achieve. So pretty much we got to go through the first 3 puzzles yet again, including the one where we got to do the floors to match the opposite room.
What if it's all a joke? This whole world? A grand joke of which I am the punchline. What if someone stands, looking on, grinning atop their high horse? An elevated perspective makes it easy to look down. What if someone distant
So let's
and
go to
unknowable
room
are
1.
forcing me to stumble around my world, forcing me to overcome a series of mental obstacles, all for what? To demonstrate something? To teach something? What? Maybe I'm not a god. Maybe I'm a jester. Have you heard the one about the character who thought he was the infinite? His story came to an end. Quite the dramatic irony. Do I make my movements, my steps? I've never thought about a step I've made. They just seem to occur. I'm thrown about this world. Do I control or rather merely witness my movement? If it is the case that I'm merely witnessing my motion, then is this my body? Or am I an observer? Patience is a virtue I possess. A god has infinite patience, a small proof of my deity. If I get frustrated with waiting, what does that mean? I'm not a god? Suppress. Just a momentary lapse of reason. Existential crisis. Everyone has one. Don't worry about it. Suppress. Light has curious properties. It drives out darkness. Or perhaps it's the other way around. Perhaps light is the absence of darkness. I should find out. How much light do you need to fill a bucket?
2 is complete. And not a mistake to make. Just adding additional time at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out of the video. Just making a note of the time. Definitely not something that should have happened. Let's go up and around, and we go straight across this time, and we deal with 3 next.
Perhaps Perhaps my lack of control is rational. I have two observable natures as far as I can see, my body and my mind. My body moves around doing things. It can be pushed away by equal and opposite forces. It is constrained by the world. My mind creates thoughts that it speaks. What is my nature though? Unitary, bipartite or tripartite or something other? How could I know? I have my words. Words are the product of a mind. Therefore it follows that I think. I think, therefore I am. Cogito ergo sum. I move, so I have a body. Maybe a spirit too. Something intangible, a connection with the world I cannot know.
So after completing that, we gotta do this, then we gotta go around that rotating room again and get it lined up properly.
Recurring theme here, back with a difference. What is it with all these observations I keep making? Observations about this and that.
And I accidentally just fell down into the room. Is this the room with the paintings? I'm not trying to look up and accidentally ruin it.
This audible collection of my thoughts,
no, this isn't it. Either way,
have words.
Let's go back up.
Words allow understanding of thoughts.
Got nervous for a second there.
Thoughts would be unchained things.
So resetting it. Let's try this again. Let me make a note to cut that out. Alright, let's go. Now once you go through here, again, you're going to go under that spinning wheel. That's where I got concerned, because see how the wheel actually goes down to a room like that, but the difference is the room is only accessible through this way. But at first, I saw the paintings, I was like, uh-oh. So you don't have to worry if you make a mistake like that, it can happen easily.
Do I approach the end of the world, or does the end approach?
So same deal going through here. You're going to have to hide behind the bench as these eyes see you, and they move with you. Let's wait till it's all the way up. When you walk in this room, do not turn around. Simply look straight at number 5.
Secrets lie.
Number 5 just went dark. And once you do that, this room will open back here. And just walk up to this pillar. Together, we breathe into him the breath of life. Rare achievement unlocked, 7.56% rare. Soul. Complete the soul puzzle. That is how that's done. Would really appreciate if you like and subscribe.